back to Augusta. How we doing? It's been a little while since our last deep dive,
It has been a while.
but with good reason.
Oh.
We've got a brand new executive director over at the Greater Augusta Arts Council,
Oh, right.
Denise Tucker. And
Exciting.
let me tell you, she is not wasting any time making an impact.
A new director always shakes things up. I'm eager to hear what she's been up to.
Oh,
What's caught your eye?
Hurricane Helene,
Yeah.
really slammed Augusta a while back.
Of course. Yeah.
And the arts community took a major hit.
For sure.
Artists lost supplies, gigs were canceled. It was a real struggle for them to get back on their feet.
Absolutely. It's easy to overlook how natural disasters like that impact artists.
Yeah.
Their livelihood is so closely tied to their creative work and the community around them.
Right.
So what happened? How did the Arts Council respond?
Denise Tucker hit the ground running with this relief fund,
Wow.
providing microgrants between $500 and $1,000 directly to artists.
Wow.
A total of $30,000 was distributed.
Interesting. Instead of sticking to pre-planned programming, she chose to address this immediate need.
Yeah.
That's a bold move for a new director. Using operational funds to help artists get back on their feet?
Mm-hmm.
What does this tell us about her leadership style?
It definitely shows a willingness to adapt and prioritize the needs of the community,
Yeah.
especially in a crisis.
Right.
And what I find interesting is that they didn't just hand out money haphazardly.
Right.
There was an independent panel review to ensure that the funds went to those who needed them most.
That's a crucial detail. Impartiality and transparency are essential in these situations.
Yeah.
It builds trust and ensures fairness in the distribution of resources.
Right.
Did the Arts Council do anything else to support the arts community?
You bet they did.
Yeah.
They also organized a supply drive after the hurricane, and the community really rallied.
Oh, wow.
People donated paints, brushes, photography equipment, all kinds of things to help artists replace what they'd lost.
That's fantastic. That's a fantastic example of a community coming together to support its artists in a very tangible way. It's one thing to offer words of encouragement,
Yeah.
but to donate actual supplies.
Right.
That speaks volumes about the level of care and commitment in Augusta. It makes you wonder, what kind of ripple effects might this act of generosity have on the community's relationship with the arts in the long term?
It really does. And get this, Denise Tucker perfectly captured the spirit of the whole thing in a statement she released.
Okay.
We hope that our local creatives felt our energetic hugs as we reached out during this time of community need.
That's a lovely sentiment. It speaks to the emotional impact of the initiative. It wasn't just about providing financial aid. It was about showing empathy and solidarity with artists during a very difficult time.
Right.
This wasn't simply a program rollout. This was a very personal response.
And she didn't stop there. She also said, while this grant was only a small drop in the bucket compared to the losses our region endured, it was our way of showing that Augusta's creative community matters to our culture, to our economy, and to our future.
That statement is particularly insightful.
Yeah.
It acknowledges the limitations of the initiative while still emphasizing its significance by framing it as a demonstration of the community's values. Denise Tucker elevates the conversation beyond just the immediate relief efforts.
Right.
She's planting seeds for a larger conversation about the importance of art and its role in a thriving society. What strikes me is how skillfully she's using this moment, this crisis,
Right.
to highlight the vital contributions of artists to Augusta's identity.
Right. It's like she's saying, hey, we recognize you artists and we value what you bring to the table. And to give you a sense of the reach, they gave out 51 grants in total. Some of the recipients included Adrienne Obel, Aislinn Sparrow, Alex Volz, a really diverse group of artists.
That's impressive. Supporting such a wide array of artists right out of the gate sends a powerful message. It suggests an inclusive approach to supporting the arts, recognizing the value of various disciplines and artistic expressions. It makes me think about how this diversity of artistic voices might contribute to Augusta's cultural landscape going forward.
That's a great point. We've got a new director taking swift action, and it's making a real difference.
What's fascinating here is how Denise Tucker has chosen to make her mark so early in her tenure. Instead of easing in and getting the lay of the land, she dove right in and addressed a pressing need, using her platform to champion the arts in a time of crisis.
It really makes you wonder, what kind of leader will Denise Tucker be for Augusta's art scene?
It certainly sets a precedent. This initiative suggests a proactive and responsive approach to leadership, one that prioritizes the well-being of the artistic community. It raises an important question. Will this be a defining characteristic of her tenure, or is this just a glimpse of what's to come?
I, for one, am eager to see what she does next.
Me too. It seems Augusta's art scene is entering a new chapter, and we have a front row seat to witness how this unfolds. You know what strikes me is how Denise Tucker turned a challenge into an opportunity.
I'm intrigued. Explain what you mean.
Think about it. The Arts Council had these operational funds set aside, and then bam, a hurricane hits. Suddenly, there's this pressing need in the community that demands attention.
Right. Artists were in survival mode, let alone creative mode.
Exactly. And instead of sticking rigidly to the budget,
Yeah.
Denise Tucker recognized the urgency of the situation. She understood that supporting artists at that moment was paramount.
It was a bold move.
Absolutely.
Not every leader would have had the foresight and flexibility to pivot like that.
It speaks volumes about her leadership style.
Yeah.
She's willing to adapt, prioritize the community's needs,
Right.
and make tough decisions in a crisis. And I think that's something we can all appreciate in a leader.
I'm also impressed by how quickly they got the funds to those artists.
Yeah.
No red tape. Just a streamlined process to provide assistance where it was needed most.
That's a crucial point. In a crisis, speed and efficiency are essential. The Arts Council's ability to distribute those microgrants so effectively highlights their organizational agility and commitment to serving the community. They didn't let bureaucracy get in the way of helping people.
And let's not forget about the supply drive.
Oh, yeah, of course.
What a brilliant way to engage the community and provide tangible support.
Absolutely. It tapped into the collective generosity of Augusta and offered a practical way for people to rally around their artists. Imagine the impact of receiving a box of new art supplies after losing everything in the storm. It's not just about the materials. It's a symbol of hope and solidarity, a reminder that they're not alone.
It really does feel like a giant community hug, doesn't it?
Speaking of hugs, we talked about that quote from Denise Tucker earlier. We hope that our local creatives felt our energetic hugs as we reached out during this time of community need. It beautifully encapsulates the human element of this whole endeavor. It wasn't just a transactional exchange, it was about offering genuine care and support to the artists who contribute so much to Augusta's vibrancy.
You've touched on something important, the long-term implications of this initiative.
Yeah.
Obviously, the immediate impact was critical.
Yes.
But what about the lasting effects?
It's fascinating to consider, isn't it? By taking such decisive action, the Arts Council under Denise Tucker's leadership sent a powerful message to the creative community. You are valued, you are supported, and your contributions matter.
So in essence, this could be more than just a recovery effort. It could be a catalyst for something bigger.
Precisely. It could foster a deeper sense of belonging and inspire artists to remain in Augusta, enriching its cultural tapestry for years to come. It might even attract new talent seeking a community that demonstrably values creativity.
It's a reminder that investing in artists is an investment in the community itself. When artists thrive, the entire community benefits.
Absolutely. And that brings us back to Denise Tucker. This was her first major act as executive director.
It's a powerful statement of intent. Her actions speak volumes about her leadership philosophy and her commitment to the arts. It makes you wonder what kind of legacy she envisions for her tenure.
It's an intriguing question. Will she continue to prioritize artists' needs? Will she champion bold initiatives that push the boundaries of artistic expression in Augusta? Will this level of community engagement become a hallmark of her leadership?
And let's not forget about those 51 grant recipients. The individuals who make up the fabric of Augusta's creative community.
Yeah,
Their stories deserve to be heard.
I agree. They represent the diversity and talent that make Augusta's art scene so vibrant. It would be fascinating to delve into their individual journeys and explore how this support has impacted their work and their connection to the community.
That's a great idea. Perhaps we can do a follow-up deep dive and showcase some of these incredible artists. But for now, let's shift our focus back to Denise Tucker and explore the potential ripple effects of her leadership. What do you think? Are we ready to dive a little deeper? As we've been unpacking Denise Tucker's first act as executive director, one word keeps popping into my head: catalyst.
Interesting. I see where you're going with that.
Think about it. A catalyst sparks change, sets things in motion. And that's exactly what Denise Tucker seems to be doing.
Yeah.
This relief fund wasn't just a reaction to the hurricane. It feels like a deliberate step towards reshaping the Arts Council's role in the community.
You're right. It's a bold statement about her priorities. Instead of focusing solely on established programs, she addressed an immediate need and demonstrated a deep understanding of what artists truly value: support, especially during times of crisis.
And by doing so, she's created a ripple effect that extends far beyond those 51 grant recipients.
Right.
Think about the message this sends to other artists, potential donors, even to city officials. Augusta is a place that values its creative community.
Precisely. It fosters a sense of trust and confidence in the Arts Council's leadership. It signals a commitment to supporting artists, not just in times of need, but proactively nurturing a vibrant art scene. This could be a pivotal moment for Augusta's cultural landscape.
It really does feel like a turning point, doesn't it? So where do we go from here? What kind of future can we envision for Augusta's art scene with Denise Tucker at the helm?
If this initiative is any indication, I think we can expect to see a more proactive, responsive, and community-engaged approach from the Arts Council.
Okay.
We might see more initiatives that directly address the needs of artists. Perhaps programs focused on professional development, affordable studio spaces, or even public art projects that integrate art into the fabric of the city.
It's exciting to imagine the possibilities. More grants, more workshops, more opportunities for artists to showcase their work and connect with the community. Who knows? Maybe Augusta will become a magnet for creative talent, drawing artists from all over to be a part of this burgeoning scene.
And let's not underestimate the power of that community support we witnessed after the hurricane. That outpouring of generosity suggests a deep well of appreciation for the arts in Augusta. Imagine what can be accomplished when that energy is channeled into sustained support for the arts.
This feels like the beginning of something truly special. Denise Tucker has ignited a spark, and it's up to all of us, artists, art lovers, and the community at large, to fan the flames and help Augusta's art scene flourish.
Well said. And for you listening, I encourage you to be an active participant in this journey. Go to gallery openings, attend concerts, support your local artist, be a part of this vibrant community, and witness firsthand the transformative power of art.
Because when the arts thrive, we all thrive. That's all the time we have for today's Deep Dive Augusta. But remember, the exploration doesn't end here. Stay curious, stay engaged, and keep diving deep into the world around you. Until next time.